yards, but not before he's inside the 30.
15 more yards. And our Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check.
Hey, 43, 15.
Echo.
50, Mike, 50.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Topper. Hey, Haywood.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Not here.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
51, Mike.
Hey, Ripland.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check.
Check 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber.
Hey, 57, 57. Come back.
SOS.
Exit.
Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. 51.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Lawrence flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Lawrence. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems. On 3rd down so far in this first half, relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
57 colors, 57 colors.
C6.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Focus, defense. Focus.
Yellow.
Smoke. 29.
Yellow.
Mike 29. Hey, I'm coming after you.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
I 7, let's go.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. 65, 65. 65.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. I was going to let this. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got
Tyreek Hill. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Off play action, Lawrence. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down, Lawrence. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, the 40, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they'll attack this drive.
And I think
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
51, Mike 51, bend it. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well.
And he's going to go down again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Team. Fight on these two.
Foxtrot. Check 31. Switch.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. Deuce.
Hey, Rippless.
Check 37.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got a man complete. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 94 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do?
And the Chiefs are going to get him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Yeah, he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 78 yards. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
15.
It's 50, Mike's 50.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Third down here.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
57.
Haywood. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Record. 50's to Mike. 50's to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Michael Palardy now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st down, Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, back up.
2nd and 15. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
51. Mike 51. Blue, fellas, let's go. Slam.
Undercrunch. Right side.
Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 51 the mic, boys.
Yellow.
Here we go, D.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in there, Charlie.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get up.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Yellow.
Delta.
Hey, let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
51's the mic. Echo. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Hey, man.
And again, it's Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Max Crosby in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Heavy on the edges. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32 yards. Complete to Sammy Watkins.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
56. I got you.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We play to win. Let's go.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a carry for Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.